in just looking towards Newsom's future, I mean, you've mentioned it as well. He's acting as a spokesperson for the Biden campaign, some might say. So Rescue California, when I was reading the reason why they decided to file this petition again, they claim that he's too busy focusing on the national spotlight instead of addressing issues facing California. So looking to the rest of 2024, there's still some speculation that he could enter the presidential race. What's your reaction to that possibility?
Oh, okay. He'd love to. He wants to be president. I think he's been running for president since he's been in the fifth grade. Here's the problem. He knows that if he tries to displace the likely successor, if Joe Biden can't make it, her name is Kamala Harris, he will be raked over the coals by the most loyal part of the Democratic base, which are Black voters. And Black female voters are even more loyal. I mean, Donald Trump got 20% of the Black male vote in 2020. He did not get nearly that high of the Black female vote. And Blacks love Kamala Harris. While her numbers are worse than Joe Biden's nationwide, one poll in the LA Times had her popularity among Blacks at 70%. It wasn't broken down by gender, but I assure you, among Black females, her rating is even higher. And if she is perceived to have been drop-kicked for some white man like Gavin Newsom, Black voters will be livid. They won't vote Republican, don't get me wrong, they just won't vote at all, thereby guaranteeing whoever our nominee is, and I assume it's going to be Donald Trump, will win. They cannot afford to do that, and Gavin Newsom knows that. I mean, think about it. When Bernie Sanders won the Nevada caucuses in 2020, for a while he was the party's frontrunner, a self-described Democrat socialist, and they were scared to death. On the eve of the South Carolina primary, Representative Clyburn then endorsed Joe Biden, whose campaign was going nowhere, and Joe Biden wins the South Carolina primary, and everybody coalesces around him. And Clyburn extracted a promise from Joe Biden that your first Supreme Court nominee would be what? A Black female. His running mate was a Black female. And when it was obvious that Dianne Feinstein was not going to be able to finish out her term, Gavin Newsom publicly said, I'm going to appoint a Black female, and did so. So now you have a Black female on deck, to use another baseball analogy, Kat, and you're going to drop kick her for a white man like Gavin Newsom? Not going to fly. And Gavin Newsom knows that. Otherwise, why would he run right now? Why hasn't he announced? Joe Biden's numbers are bad. It's clear that his mental fitness is declining. It's all teed up for him. Why hasn't he run? He hasn't run because Kamala Harris wants the job. She ran for president, and consider this, she ran for DA in San Francisco. She won. She ran for AG in California. She won. She ran re-election for AG. She won. She ran for U.S. Senate in California. She won. She's on the ticket with Joe Biden, and she won. She's never lost an election when she's been on the ticket. So she doesn't believe she's incompetent. She doesn't believe that she's vacuous. And for Black females, I read a lot of the Black media, they believe that the ridicule of Kamala Harris's so-called cackle is both sexist and racist. And they believe that Joe Biden has given her thankless tasks like getting to the bottom of the root cause of illegal immigration, when the root cause of illegal immigration is Joe Biden. So they feel she's been mistreated, handled badly by the Biden administration. And again, if she's tossed aside, there will be hell to pay, and Gavin Newsom knows that, which is why he hasn't declared.